Today we're going to be making Pozole Rojo in the Instant Pot. So I have my Instant Pot with some water. I'm adding the bone from the pork shoulder and some chunks of pork shoulder as well. You want them kind of big because the Instant Pot is going to break them down into smaller pieces. I also added a whole peeled onion and I'm cooking it for 25 minutes. While that's cooking, I'm just getting my guajillo chiles. I have about 8 of these, and then I'm using a damp paper towel just to wipe off any dust. Break them apart and shake out some of the seeds. You don't have to get all of them, but get as many as you can. And then I place the dried chili peppers into a pot that I'm going to soak into some hot water. So once that's done, I'm also going to do an ancho chile, which is a little bit smokier. So you can do 1 or 2 ancho chiles, but same thing, just shake out some of the seeds, wipe off the top of the chile, and then add it to your pot. So you can either add hot water, but I think it's easy just to fill it up with water. And then once it comes to a boil, just go ahead and turn off the heat and let them soak for about 10 minutes. Add the softened chiles to a blender with some clean water. Instead of using the chile water, I find that this is less bitter. I also added some whole garlic cloves and I'm blending it until it's smooth, just for about a minute. Even with a high-powered blender, you still want to strain the red sauce because there's still going to be some seeds and some chunks of the chile. I didn't have much, but just push it through a strainer and use a spatula to push it down. So now our first cycle is done. Carefully release the steam. I like to do this under my hood, and then you can take out the whole onion. You can also blend this if you want more onion flavor, and then remove the bone. Now I'm just skimming off some impurities and just some of the extra fat. I also use a paper towel to kind of wipe off the edge of the pot. Carefully add in your blended chili sauce, and then I'm doing 2 cans of hominy that I've rinsed and drained. I should do this first before adding the red chili sauce. And then you want to make sure it doesn't go above the max fill line in your Instant Pot. I'm using an 8-quart Instant Pot, so if you're using a smaller one like 6 quarts, then you're going to need to add less meat and water and hominy. And then cook that for 5 minutes, and you can see how the meat is nice and shredded. And the sauce looks so delicious. Make sure you taste it and see if it needs additional salt. I had to add about another tablespoon. And when you serve the pozole, add some lime juice. I also like to do some shredded cabbage and shredded lettuce. Just make sure it's finely shredded, and some sliced radishes. You can also do some fresh diced onion as well, and then some chopped cilantro. If you want it spicy, then go ahead and add some salsa or some hot sauce and serve it with some chips or tostada. It's so good and cozy. I hope you give this recipe for Pozole Rojo a try.